Hello everyone and welcome to Pilates with April Moon with me, April. Today you will need your mats. We're just going to give it a minute just to make sure everyone is up and running. If you're here, you can give me a little hello if you wish. So all you need today is a mat. If you've never done Pilates with me before, then you can always refer back to the videos I did back in January, which will give a very clear, in-depth sort of description of Pilates. If not today, we're just going to work in on our core. We're going to have a core focused class today. And the core is obviously really, really good for your balance and sort of strengthening the whole of your upper body. Hello Nadine, hello Elizabeth. Okie dokie. So I'll just give it a few more seconds and then we will get going. So if you haven't got a mat, don't worry too much. You can just use carpet or something very soft like a towel even, or a scarf. Hello Debs, hi Nikki, hi Louise. I hope you've all been enjoying the sunshine. It's sort of like not really sunny here. It's got a bit cloudier today, but it's not raining, it's not cold, so winning all round. Okay, so hello everyone, let's get going. So first things first, I always like to start my classes sitting cross-legged. If you've been with me a long time, you'll know this by now. So we sit cross-legged to open up our hips, open up the glutes and the legs. It also helps with a lot of flexibility within the hips and the legs. So best thing to do is sit up nice and tall because we don't want to slouch like this. We want to sit up with a really tall spine, keep the shoulders back, and don't pinch too much into the lower back either. Now just stretch out the fingers and the toes and then let them go nice and loose. Drop the shoulders down and then we're going to inhale, lift the shoulders all the way up and then exhale, push them slowly down. And again, lift and lower and lift up and lower down and lift and lower and lift up and then lower. And if you wish, you can just tilt your ears from side to side, opening up the neck and come up. Just gentle. Let's be kind to ourselves. Now look straight forward, still keeping that nice tall spine, and then just look down at the ankle and then look forward. Look over the right shoulder and come in. Look over the left shoulder and come in. Good. Push those shoulders down just a tad more. Well done. And now I'm going to turn to the side slightly. We're going to interlace the fingers in front of the chest and breathe in and nod the chin. Breathe out. Let's round through the spine. Imagine you're hugging like a massive tree. Okay, we can be tree huggers for the afternoon. And just hug round. And that way you should feel a lovely openness right at the top of the back and the spine. And then come back in. Breathing in. Breathe out, nod. And come back in. Wonderful. And I hope now you feel a little bit looser. We're going to open up the chest. So we're going to sit around the side. We're going to clasp the hands together. Okay. And then we're going to just lean forward slightly. And we inhale and then we exhale. Imagine we're lifting up tall and we're trying to stretch the arms out. Now I know this is very hard. I find this very easy. And it's only when my mum and my sister did it that they realised they couldn't do it that well. So I just thought I was just everyone could do it, but apparently only I can. So if you can do it, well done. If you can't, don't worry. Just keep trying to stretch out the arms. It does happen with time, okay? Just keep it stretched and you're opening up the chest. And especially if you are a little bit hunched over, this just helps to open up the front of the body. And then come round and let's relax. Let's come now to our front. and we're going to come into a child's pose. So first things first, we sit on our heels. If you can't sit on your heels, because I know a lot of people do struggle, you can just come straight into a child's pose. But I do this so we get more flexibility in the back. So sit onto the heels, hands flat on the floor, and then we stretch forward, keeping the heels glued to glutes. Okay, so just stretch it forward. If the forehead meets the mat, well done. If not, just keep stretching. Feel the arms opening up and the shoulders. Just breathe in and out. Let's just center ourselves. And then when you're ready, come to rock onto all fours. And we're just going to come into a little cat-cow here. So a cat-cow, we have the wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips, and we stick the glutes out. So this is a neutral pelvis. This is tucking under, which is not what we want. Now just imagine, really weird, someone pulling your head forward without moving your knees. Okay, this is because if you have tight shoulders, you will tend to just hunch into your neck. We want to keep everything nice and loose. And then we inhale, we nod the chin, push through the palms and round through the spine, pushing through the fingertips. So if you want to move your hands a little bit closer to you, so you open up the backs of the arms a little bit more, feel free. Breathing in, breathing out, look forward. And again, nod the chin, round. And look forward. And again, nod. Curl it round, really squeeze. And uncurl. Okie dokie, very well done. Right, now what we're going to do is start to warm up the core. So I'm going to move my hands a little away from my body now, not too much. And then rock into the hands and then come back into the knees. This is to make sure that we've got even body weight, okay? If you feel like you've got more weight in your knees, then just rock. And then the rock gets slowly smaller and a little bit slower. So then hopefully you'll probably find it even body weight, okay? Now, what we're going to do first of all is lift up the right arm, and then we're going to curl round and imagine we're drawing the right arm to the left hip, and then we extend the back out, okay? Now, just quickly, if you aren't quite even with your hands, your neck will hurt here, your left shoulder. So it's a good indication of whether you're in the right position. If it is, just adjust your left hand. So forward and then curl round and extend. And curl round and extend out. One more. Curl it round and extend. Place the hand down, bring it back in. Let's go to the other side. So inhale, lift the left arm, get nice and strong, and then curl it round to the right hip and extend. So curling it round, and you will be feeling it now if you use your mind to muscle connection, which means you actually physically imagine your muscles working really hard. You do get more out of your exercise. So extend it forward and curl it round. One more. Extend out and curl. Place the hand down and just sink back and rest. Now this time place the elbows to the floor and come down, and you're just going to give the wrist a little break. So you can push your hands flat as if you're high-fiving no one. And this just really helps to open up the wrist. Wonderful. Okay, let's crack on. So the legs now. What we're going to do is trying to keep your hips as level as you can. We're extending that leg and lifting it up. And now we're going to bring the knee in and then extend it out. Okay? So, apologies you can't see me properly. When I turn my camera, I'm actually upside down. I have no idea why, so we're doing it at this view, this angle. So just very gently extend the left foot back and then lift it up. You don't want that leg going up really high. The ankle's in line with your glutes here. Okay? And then what we're going to do is you're going to curl round, bring that knee in towards the nose, but don't actually headbutt your nose, or knee butt your nose, should I say, and then extend it back. Now, very quickly, whilst you're just on your first one, if you feel very wobbly, you need to put your right knee out to the side a little bit more, okay? Your core's working really hard here because you've only got 3 limbs on the floor, all right? So that's what we want to do. Strengthen the core, bring it in, and then exhale, extend out. And inhale in, exhale out. Tuck the foot down, bring it back in. Let's go to the other side. So extend the right leg out. First things first, make sure that your hips are as level as they can be. And lift up. Now we're going to curl it round and extend it out. Bring it in and extend. Bring it in and extend. Try not to let that left hip pop out. Bring it in and extend. Good. One more. Bring it in and extend it back. Foot down. Bring it in. Sink the heels down to the glutes. Stretch the arms forward. Well done. Just hold it here for a second. Lift up the hands if you want to stretch out the wrists. And then trail up. Okay, we're going to use the two together to really work our core. So very quickly, if you feel like you you're wobbling a lot, or you feel like this one isn't really for you, I would suggest either stick with just the one arm and the one leg. If you feel like you can do opposite arm to leg with me. But remember that everyone's at different levels and you have to listen to your body, okay? So it's always best to start off really small and take baby steps up rather than do something really big, not quite do it right so your body doesn't get the full effects of that, okay? So when you're ready, we're coming into that all fours position. Okay, so knees are in line with the hips, wrists in line with the shoulders. Have a slight bend in the elbows. We're going to push the left leg out first, keeping that foot on the floor for now. Then we lift up the right arm, okay? And then when you're ready, lift up that left leg, okay? So we're just going to hold this here for a second. Just hold it, let your body get used to it all. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, hand down, slide it back in. Let's go to the other side. So slide the right leg out, hips level. Push the left hand out, and then lift that left arm up. And when you're ready, lift up that right leg. Okay, so we're now opposite. So just hold it here. Imagine someone's pulling the fingertips and the toes. Okay, so you're extending long. Pilates is all about the legs of the body. For 3, 2, 1. Hand down, foot down, slide it back in, and relax for a second. Okay, now, if you found that quite easy, fabulous. If you want to progress with me, feel free. If you find that once you try what I'm going to do is too much, then like I said, just do one arm, one leg at a time, or you can just hold that position, what we just done then, okay? So, hands are flat. Knees are hip width apart. Extend the left leg out. The right arm lifts. Then the left leg lifts. And breathe in. Breathe out. Right knee to elbow. And then extend. No, sorry. Breathe in. Right elbow to left knee. Come in. And extend. And come in. Now remember that left leg isn't lifting up too high. Come back in. And extend. Just 2 more. Come back in and breathe out and back in and breathe out. Let's hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Tap it down, hand down, slide it back in, sink it back. Well done. Stretch out the wrists. Hold it. Well done. I hope you found that easy. If not, like I said, build yourself up. And one day you'll do it and it will get easier and easier. Reposition yourselves. We're going to slide the right leg back this time. The left arm comes up. When you're ready, inhale And lift up the right leg. Here we go. Breathe in, breathe out. Left elbow to right knee. Squeeze it in and extend. Bring it in and extend. Bring it in and extend. Good. Hug it in and extend. Hug it in and extend. One more. Hug it in and extend. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Drop the foot. The hand comes down. Well done. Pop the knees as wide as your mat. Big toes together. Sink down. Stretch the arms out. Well done, everybody. I'm sure you did really, really well. And I'm sure you'll feel it in your core. It's also very good for strengthening up the shoulders, that one. And when you're ready, come back up. And we're going to swing around and lay on our backs. So, have a quick drink. Okay, for here, we're going to very gently roll ourselves down. Okay. I can't see my head. Bear with me, I'm just going to move myself back. There we go, that's better, I think. Okay, so we're going to have the feet hip width apart. So to find our hip width apart position, knees together, heels out, toes forwards. All right, and then feel like someone's lifting your head and then placing it down, push the shoulders down. Even when you're lying, your body listens, your muscles listen, they remember where they go. So try and keep yourself nice and long here, okay? Now what we're going to do is hands are flat on the floor, we're going to lift the knees up, okie dokie. So what we're going to do is inhale and exhale. Imagine someone's holding your hip, tap it down and lift it up. Other side, tap it down and lift. Now remember you're doing this and not this, okay? From the hip joint, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Good, breathe out. You'll really feel this in your core. Tap it down, breathe it out, and in. Other side, tap and in. Good. Tap and in. 2 more. Tap and in. Good. Tap and in. And bend those knees. Rock from side to side. Well done, everybody. So yes, that's a very good exercise for getting deep, deep into the core muscles. You never want to just work on the front of the abdominals. It's always a deep core that will stand you in so much better stead than just doing loads of sit-ups. Okie dokie. Right, now we're going to place the right foot on the floor. So quickly talking about the pelvis, if we tuck our back into the mat, now when you do that, you'll know if you're doing it or not, is when you try and put your fingers underneath your back and you can't get there, okay? So push the fingertips underneath the hips. Again, I have another video explaining this, so if you really need to look at that, look over the previous videos in January, okay? And now you should be able to get a few fingers under there. You don't want to arch it too much because you'll feel it in your lower back, just a tad, okay? Wonderful, okay. Now what we're going to do is lift that left leg and lift it up and push through the heel. All right, so this will work your core and your lower abdominals, and also the leg in the hips and the front of the leg. All right, so push through the heel. Your leg doesn't have to be straight up here because what happens, I'm tucking my pelvis. So that was the mat. So that extends the leg out. So what we're going to do is slowly lower the leg, point through the toe and lift it up. Push through the heel, slowly lower. Now, as we slowly lower, you might feel this in the bottom of your abdominal area. So the lower abs come down, point the toe and lift it up. Good, push, extend, point and lift. 2 more, push and lower, point and lift. push and lower, point and lift. Well done. Now just bend that left knee so the ankle's on top of the thigh and just push the knee out to the side. Because when we do certain core exercises, our hips can get quite tense. And I know that some people sort of suffer with sciatica, so some of these exercises can be intense on the hips. Come back in, pop it down. Good, let's go to the other side. So pelvis is in neutral, extend the left leg, the right leg. Sorry, I get my left and my right mixed up today. So extend it, and then we push through the heel, point through the toe, and we lift. We push, we come down, we point, and we lift. We push, come down, point, and lift. Push, and down, point, and lift. One more, push, and down, point, and lift. And now bend that knee, push it out to the side. Push it out. Feel the hips open up and come back in. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And again, feel your knees really pushing down to the ground. Open up the front of the leg and in that hip joint. Okay, come in. So let's crank it up a notch. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise now that will really get deep into the core. If you have high blood pressure or low blood, if you have high or low blood pressure, I would suggest go back to the exercise we did with the toe taps, as it might be a little bit easier for you. If you feel dizzy, please stop when you do this exercise. So push the head up so you're not slumping like this, pretending we're on a nice beach in Barbados somewhere. And then we're going to lift up the toes like so. Now, we're going to inhale and exhale, extend the leg long, and then bring it back in, okay? So extend it long. I know this is quite tough, we're only doing a few. Bring it in, extend it out, and bring it in. Extend, and in. 3 more each side. Tap it and extend it out. Come back in. Feel it in the lower part of the abdominals and your core. Come on, you can do it. Extend. And back in. Go on, extend. Back in. Just 1 more each side. Doing so well. Extend it out. Come back in. Last one. Extend. Come back in. Gently lower. Hug the knees in. And rock from side to side. Well done. Very, very good. So as you would have felt that, your core might have been shaking slightly. That's normal. Rock from side to side, massage that lower back just in case you've got any aggravation there. Okie dokie, we're nearly time to cool down. Let's do one more exercise. So what we're going to do is place the hands underneath the lower back. I personally like this because it cushions my lower back and avoids any sort of arching or pinching in the lower spine. What we want to do, okay, is extend the legs out long. Now from here, we are going to drop one leg and lift it up. Before you start, you do not have to drop your leg all the way down to the floor, okay? If you drop it down to the point where you can feel it, that will probably be better for you than thinking I've got to drop my leg all the way down, probably craning your neck in the process, all right? Just listen to your body. So extend long as you can, or if they're a little bit bent, that's fine. Breathe in, breathe out, drop the left leg down, come back in. Breathe out, drop it down, breathe in, up. Breathe out, drop it down, breathe in, up. And drop, and up, and drop, and up, drop, and up. Good. Drop and up, drop and up. One more each side. Drop it and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Up, other side, down, drop it and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Up, bend those knees. Well done. Hopefully now you're a lot warmer than you were at the start. And again, you can feel it in your core. You can circle those knees round. Grab a drink if you need to. Or you can extend the arms and the legs, pointing the toes. Imagine someone pulling you, stretching out your abdominals, hollowing out your tummy, and then go loose. Let's start to have a good old stretch of everywhere now. So hug the left knee in towards the chest. Okay, just hug it in. Relax the neck and then place the hands behind the thigh. So bend the knee, still hugging it in, keeping the lower back rounding down. Inhale and then exhale, push up, push the foot in towards the ceiling. Really hold it there. Now use your own body weight to pull the leg in, okay, whilst keeping the lower back on the floor. This adds more intensity. Your leg might be shaking a little bit, that's okay. You're not shaking too much, but a little shake's all right. Now, let's go back to that number 4 position. So cross the left ankle over the right thigh and push it out to the side. Just keep pushing. Keep the lower back on the floor. What you want to do is try and get the knee in line with the ankle. That will really help open you up. Come back in, place it down. Other side. Hug the right knee in first. And what that does is it just creates a little bit more flexibility in the hip. Stretch up the hamstring slightly. Now place the hands behind that thigh. Push the heel up, in towards the ceiling. Stretch the shoulders away. Imagine you're trying to get that foot flat towards the ceiling there. Now use your own body weight to push in slightly. Open up that leg. And bend the knees. Well done. Have the feet as wide as you can go. And then we're going to inhale and exhale. Bring the knees together and feel the weird stretch in the hips here. Again, doing a lot of core work. We use our hips and our knees sometimes to feel a little bit sore. This exercise you can do anytime. You can even do this one in bed. And inhale, relax. Exhale, push the knees back together. And then relax. Extend the left leg away. Hug the right knee in and place the right foot on top of the left thigh. Now stretch your right arm out away from you. We're coming onto the left side of the body. So inhale and then exhale. Lean it over and feel the stretch and the openness in the side. So even though we do our core, we use all the muscles. We want to open up the side of the waist and the hips. And then gently rock back onto your back. Reset the hips at a level. And then hug the left knee in. Place the left foot on the right thigh. Arm out. Inhale. Exhale. Over to the side. Stretch away. And come back in. Well done. Very gently now, lean over, rock over onto your right side and push yourself up. And when you're ready, come and meet me in a cross-legged position. So hopefully you'll feel your cross-legged position is a lot easier than it was at the start of the class. This is because we're warmed up and we're stretched out. So try and push the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep the spine nice and long, stretch the fingers away. And lift up, keeping the shoulders where they are. So we never want this, we always want this. And extend down. And lift up. And come down. And lift. And down. And lift. And down. And give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm back next Wednesday at 2:30, same time, same place. Don't forget you can catch up with the other videos. They're always saved to the page. I've also got my own Facebook page, Pilates with April Moon, and I have little tips and videos on there too. If you've got any comments, please just ask, or any questions. Even if you want to ask me a question on my page, I will always answer you. Feel free to message away if you want to. But thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful Easter this weekend and enjoy the sunshine. Apart from, I've heard that we're going to get snow, so enjoy the sunshine and the snow. Who knows what will happen? Who knows in England? Oh, you're more than welcome. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you do feel a little bit sore in your abdominals, that's perfectly normal. It might just be that they're a little bit weaker and you've sort of woken the muscles up. So just feel free to stretch out your body out nice and long. That will really help. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you all so much for your lovely comments. I do love reading them at the end of the class. I think that's everything. Wonderful. Okay, so I'll see you next Wednesday at 2:30. Enjoy your weekend and your Easter, and thank you for joining me. See you soon. Bye.